Warning 61620 is here. In this particular moment, I'm your Rocky Mountain Post, and this is an article found in today's issue of the Idaho Mountain Express and Guide. Published today, http://www.mountainexpress.com. Hike, Bike, and Be Counted by Katherine Wutz, Express staff writer. Okay, I believe this is probably endemic to many places, and it's indicative of a movement that's going on. And this is something we should be aware of, much like the small planes that have been watching people in the smallest of towns. Now people are going to be watched when they go out and recreate. I'm sure it's not happening just here. And mind you, I just want to make a little comment here. I happen to know that groups such as the Land Trust and other green industry groups, as well as Sustain Blaine, are behind this. Maybe this is going to be the end of wandering and expressing oneself freely in the wilderness. It's just very disturbing. Hike, Bike, and Be Counted by Katherine Wutz. Hikers, bikers, and trail users may stumble on something unusual this summer. A small box, roughly the size and shape of a cigarette pack, on local trails, quietly counting the users passing by. Beep, beep, beep. Here's a picture of Jonathan Monchke and his daughter Marina biked from Sun Valley to Ketchum on Wednesday using the Wood River Trail system. Due to a new project from the Recreation District in Sustain Blaine, it's likely that both were counted as part of a trail study. Oh my. Sustain Blaine Economic Development Group and the Blaine County Recreation District are teaming up this summer to collect data on how many and what types of users visit trails throughout the Wood River Valley. Mind you, this is not just bike trails. This would be hiking on trails up into the back country as well. Sustain Blaine Executive Director Harry Griffiths said that 15 of the infrared counters have been placed on trails so far. They work by sending an infrared beam across the trail. When the beam is interrupted, ideally by someone crossing its path on the trail, the counter takes a note. Of course, proviso. One can just, step off the trail if one thinks one of those is nearby, but Recreation District Executive Director Jim Keating said the counters were currently ticking off users, including bikers, hikers, skiers, and trail runners throughout the Wood River Trail system from Ketchum to Bellevue, in Adams Gulch, and at trailheads in the Croy Canyon and Greenhorn Gulch systems. And these are backcountry areas. Keating said he hopes to have data released throughout the summer, but that sometimes glitches can occur. Placing the counters is not as easy as it looks, he said. They have to be placed a little off the trail, but not in a place where wildlife can take a munch on them, he said. Sometimes, one of the counters is not working, or a kid bumps into it. Or the counter's next to a bush, and the bush sways in the breeze, and the counter picks up 10,000 hits. I wonder if this fisherman is also being counted by infrared measurement. Keating said the study is further complicated with the vast interconnected nature of the trails in the valley. The amazing thing about this project is that it starts off pretty simple, and then you start to think about the complexity of our trail system, and it becomes exponentially more difficult, he said. Griffiths said the district and Sustain Blaine have gathered 15 counters and hope to survey 20 locations between now and the end of September. To accomplish that, some of the counters will be moved around. Ooh, okay, in other words, one won't know where they are, right? The counters will be supplemented by observers, Griffiths said, who will take down age, gender, and other information in person. The study will also determine the percentage of visitors that use the local trails. Griffiths said there's a nearly infinite number of ways the collected data could be used. The data will be shared with the Sun Valley Marketing Alliance for use in its upcoming marketing campaigns, in addition to being available to retailers, event planners, and other interested parties. Let's say I'm a retail shop, Griffith said. If I suddenly saw that there are lots of trail runners using a certain set of trails, I might want to stock up running gear or stock up in the southern store, which is closer to the trails being used. He said the data will also help form a baseline so marketers can tell whether certain events or improvements help boost the number of visitors or certain types of users on the trails. Keating said the Recreation District would use the data for trail maintenance and improvement. It has a lot of uses, he said. We're still working at the moment to make sure we set it up in the right way. It's all about getting good data. Okay, go ahead and recreate, everyone, but wear a mask. 2 wolves out and hiding. Ooh, ooh, I'm going into the bush now. Out.